So hot flushes is the subject of this section. Hot flushes come with the menopause, as you probably know, and some women really suffer from it, others less. The homeopathic remedies can actually really help with these symptoms. So I'm going to start with lachesis, which is one of our main remedies for hot flushes. Lachesis has this picture of when the head feels really hot, and the lower part of the body feels cold, and also they cannot stand any kind of constriction around the neck. So any clothing or scarves or polo necks is a nightmare, and they get also these headaches. And the woman actually feels very tense and anxious and have a tendency to talk a lot and very fast as well. So basically lachesis would be a really great remedy if you see this picture in the person. Sepia is when the woman, her moods alternate. She also gets very annoyed with her family, so with her husband and her children, and tends to feels overwhelmed by life in general, all the stuff that she's got to do, and with the tendency to get depressed about it as well. Sepia is a really good remedy for women in general. But in terms of the hot flushes, they move upwards, so they start more at the bottom of your chest, tummy, and then you just get this that goes up to the top. And they get really intense at night as well with the sepia. Phosphorus is one for the hot flushes where they are related to anxiousness. So when the person feels anxious, or she gets a hot flush and they get this kind of overwhelming anxious feeling. They last for a few seconds and then go away. So it's very emotional, phosphorus. The hot flushes itself so happens when the body feels tremendously hot, with a burning sensation on the head and on the hands. So they're very sensitive to the moods around them. They tend to feel very upset if people are upset with them or around them. And like I said before, lots of anxieties, lots of fears, that kind of thing. Sulfur, which is another remedy, is very much for the volcanic hot flush that kind of takes over, explosive, lots of sweats, have to change the sheets at night or sleep on a towel. Just lots of, this kind of volcano image that you see is really good for this remedy of hot flushes. And then we have calc carb, which is another remedy where you feel very sweaty, but you have especially a sweaty head, and you often feel cold at the same time. So, and there's also a lot of weight gains. It's for the people who are a little bit more sluggish, who don't like to do much exercise, and the least exercise and the least emotional strain will really tire them, and that's calc carb. So those are the people who would take calc carb. And then finally, belladonna, which is one of our big remedies for any kind of heat and radiating heat, as you would see in a fever, works also really well with hot flushes because it's the same symptoms. You get this sudden violent hot flush and the skin becomes bright red and really dry and hot to the touch. And you get this radiation sensation of heat. And in terms of emotion, they're very, very irritable with it and very oversensitive to noise and senses. So that's it for hot flushes.